Good morning, everyone. I am Sudhakar Reddy, lecturer in economics, NTR Government Degree College for Women, Mehboob Nagar. Today's topic is revenue analysis. Already previous video I am given to revenue, types of revenue. Now, what is the shape of the revenue curves in various markets? The perfect competition, what is the shape of revenue curves? The imperfect competition, what is the shape of revenue curves? Okay, the perfect competition, the shape of revenue curves is horizontal to x-axis. Here, in the perfect competition, revenue curves OX axis, AR is equal to MR is equal to price. Why? Because AR is equal to always price. Here total revenue is left to right upward sloping is the straight line, and marginal revenue is and average revenue both are same and constant horizontal to x axis. In the imperfect competition, AR and MR both the lines is left to right downward sloping, but in this situation, average revenue always lies above the marginal revenue line, means MR is less than of AR is greater than MR. If both the average revenue curves and marginal revenue curves are convex to the origin, means there is no straight lines. In the straight lines, okay, the situation is left to right downward sloping. Marginal revenue is half of the average revenue. But if both the average and marginal revenues curves are convex to the origin, what is the position I have to saying here? In this figure, average revenue curve and marginal revenue curves are shown as convex to the origin point. In this situation, marginal revenue curve will intersect a horizontal line drawn from any point on the average revenue curve to OY axis at a point B. Here in this diagram B, which is situated at less than the midpoint. Midpoint is beyond the B, but intersect of the MR curve less than of the midpoint. It means that marginal revenue curve will be nearer to OY axis. Marginal revenue curve is nearer to OY axis than average revenue curve. Here AB is less than BC. Easy to understanding point of view. I draw a line to Y axis to straight line up to average revenue curve. AB is less than BC or BC is greater than AB. Exactly midpoint is beyond the B, but intersection at the point of B in the convex of the AR and MR curves. Okay. If both average revenue and marginal revenue curves are concave, opposite of convex is the concave. Average revenue and marginal revenue curves shown in the figure concave to the point of origin. In this case, marginal revenue curve will be intersect any predetermined perpendicular drawn from any point on AR curve to OY axis at a point further away from the midpoint. Midpoint is below the B, nearer the Y axis, but the intersect at the point of B here. The X axis you have to take into account output, in the Y axis revenues, AR and MR. In the concave, here BC is less than AB or AB is greater than BC. In this concave situation, quite opposite of convex situation. Okay. Relation of average revenue and marginal revenue and elasticity of demand. In case of monopoly, average revenue and marginal revenue curves slope downward. It means at different points on the average revenue curve, elasticity of demand is different. Relationship between average revenue and marginal revenue can also be known on the basis of elasticity of demand. It may be noted that average revenue curve of a firm is also its demand curve. Average revenue is also, we already know the price line. The same, the average revenue is also the demand curve of the firm. Here in this diagram, upside and downside two diagrams are there. Both are related to revenue. Upside diagram is saying that average revenue and marginal revenue. The downside diagram is saying that total revenue only. In this diagram, upside diagram, in the x-axis we have to take into account quantity of output. In the y-axis, marginal revenue and average revenue. Below diagram, in the x-axis we have to take into account same quantity. The y-axis total revenue have to take into account. Where the total revenue is maximum, the producer get where the total revenue is maximum, marginal revenue is 0 or marginal revenue line is intersect of the x-axis. After increasing of the total revenue, marginal revenue will be slope, negative slope will be there. Means below the x-axis of the marginal revenue. That's why the producer get the maximum profits at the point of marginal revenue is 0 or total revenue is maximum. Okay. A comparative study of the revenue curves in different markets. This is the important various markets. What is the shapes of the revenue curves? In order to study, in other words, study the problem of price discrimination, knowledge of revenue and cost curves is very essential. Cost curves is very cost curves remain the same in different kinds of markets, but revenue curves are different in different markets. Cost curves, various markets is the same of the cost curves, but revenue curves is different from different markets. Revenue curves under perfect competition. The side of the diagram, in this figure, curves represents both average and marginal revenue curves. Average revenue is equal to marginal revenue, AR is equal to MR under perfect competition. It is parallel to x-axis. It means that under perfect competition, a firm can sell any number of units of good at the given price. Price taker, marginal and average revenue curves. In the x-axis, we have to take into account quantity. In the y-axis, price, demand, average revenue and marginal revenue. So that average revenue and marginal revenue both are equal, and price and demand both will also be same. This line is parallel to x-axis. It means firm can sell any number of units of goods at the given price of the commodity. Revenue curves under monopoly market. In this figure, represents average revenue and marginal revenue curves under monopoly or imperfect, all imperfect competition, not only monopoly, but understanding point of view, I am taking into account only monopoly. Both the curves are sloping downwards. AR and MR, both the curves are sloping downwards. It implies that in order to sell more units, the monopolist will have to lower the prices per unit. Means average revenue is where the quantity, increasing of the quantity, prices will be declining here. The opposite relationship prevailing the quantity and price. Here marginal revenue line lies below the average revenue line. Average revenue line is equals to demand line is equals to price. AR is equal to price is equal to demand. Okay. In the case of pure monopoly, average revenue curve may be rectangular hyperbola. Under pure monopoly, a producer can be so powerful that by selling this output at the different levels of, he can obtain the entire income of the consumer. In this case, average revenue curve is a rectangular hyperbola. It means the total revenue of the monopolist will remain the same. Whatever the price he may fix for his products. This is the pure monopoly. The situation is pure monopoly. The shape of average revenue is like this, rectangular hyperbola. Revenue curves under imperfect competition. Imperfect competition has different forms: monopoly, stick competition, oligopoly. Revenue curves under these market conditions slope downward. Already we have to show the diagram, but in the clarity point of view, I am drawing another diagram here. Monopolistic competition. Under monopolistic competition, revenue curves are similar to monopoly as shown in the figure, last figure. The main difference between these two market conditions is that under monopolistic competition, AR and MR curves are more elastic. This is the important. Average revenue and marginal revenue curves are more elastic comparatively monopoly. While under monopoly, the same are the less elastic. It means that when a monopolist raises the price, demand for his product will fall relatively less. On the other hand, when a firm under monopolistic competition raises the price, demand for its product will fall relatively more. That's why the elastic is more. Here, AB is equal to BC. AB is equal to BC means exactly middlest of the MR curve is y-axis and AR axis, AR curve. Okay. Now, significance of the concept of revenue in price analysis. So, what is the importance of the revenue in price analysis? Different concept of revenue has the following significances in the price analysis. Majorly, how to determine the prices point of view, you have to know the revenue of the particular commodity. So, change in price. First one, change in price. It is from the concept of total revenue that a firm learns whatever it will gain more profit by raising or lowering the prices per unit of the product, or it will have no profit at all by affecting change in price. If total revenue curve increases by lowering the prices, as in case of elastic demand, then it will be profitable to lower the same. If change in price has no effect on the total revenue, then it will not be worthwhile for the firm either to rise or lower the same. Conditions of equilibrium. Concept of marginal revenue helps to firm in knowing the conditions of equilibrium. For example, the conditions of maximum profit. A firm is in equilibrium when it is produces the goods up to a point where marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. The producer equilibrium means cost is lowering, revenues is maximizing there, cost will be minimizing there. That point is the equilibrium of the producer. Estimate of the profit and loss. For the sake of estimation of the profit and loss point of view, you have to know the cost. A firm make use of the concept of average revenue to calculate profit and loss. Whatever a firm will earn profit or incur loss by selling its product depends on the relation between its average revenue and average cost. If average revenue is greater than average cost, means AR is greater than AC, the firm will earn supernormal profits. The producer get the gains. If average revenue is less than the average cost, means AC is greater than AR. AR is less than AC. Here, cost is high comparatively revenue. The firm will suffer loss. If average revenue is equal to average cost, the firm will earn normal profit only. Average revenue is equals to average cost. The firm will earn normal profits. In the long term, the firm will get the normal profits only. The short term abnormal profits will also be earning there, but in the long run, compulsory normal profits will be earned. These are the major important concepts of various revenue and types of revenue, and what is the shape of revenue curves in the various markets. Next, we have to study the market. What is the market? What is the types of market? And how to determine the prices in the various markets. Perfect competition. There are two types of market. Majorly, markets are two types: perfect competition and imperfect competition. In your syllabus, only the imperfect competition is given, but for the sake of understanding point of view, briefly you know the perfect competition. It is the characteristics of the perfect competition. The competition is perfect, that is called as a perfect competition. Okay, major, I am explaining you perfect competition characteristics. In the perfect competition, large number of buyers and large number of sellers are there. Means no one buyer and no one seller cannot be interfere, reflect the market price. Homogeneity of production. All the firms in the industry will produce the and sell homogeneous goods and services. Product homogeneity means quality, quantity, everything is same in the market, and free entry and free exit of the firms into industry. Firms are free to enter or leave the industry without any restrictions. If the profits is very high, new firms is enter into the industry. If the industry get the losses, some of the firms is exit from the industry. Absence of artificial restrictions. There is no any artificial restrictions to the sellers and buyers. Sellers are free to sell their goods to any buyers, and the buyers are free to buy from any sellers. There is no discrimination on the part of sellers or buyers. There is no state intervention in the market conditions. There is no controlling of the government or any other artificial restrictions are no. There is no artificial restrictions in the market. Perfect knowledge about market, sellers as well as buyers. You know the perfect knowledge about the market conditions. That's why sellers must know the about the taste of the consumer, quantities of the different goods. That's why the sellers and buyers both know the perfect knowledge about the market conditions. And another one, perfect mobility of goods and factors of product. Within the country, easy to mobilize the goods and services one place to another place. That's why the perfect mobility of goods and factors of product in the within the country. There is no transportation cost. There are no transportation cost in the carrying a product from one place to another place in the country. This conditions is essential for the existence of the same price everywhere in at any time. If transport cost is exist there, then even a homogeneity product will have different prices in the different places. The market depends upon the transportation cost from the place from production. That's why there is no transportation cost in the perfect competition market. One market, one price, one commodity is the tagline of the perfect competition. But this is the abnormal characteristics are there in the perfect competition. This is the ideal market. Perfect competition is the ideal market. No one market is existed in the perfect competition in the society. So in your syllabus, BA first year syllabus, there is no perfect competition, but briefly you know the understanding the what is the characteristic of the perfect competition. Then you have to understand the imperfect competition, types of imperfect competition: monopoly, duopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly markets. So next class we have to take into account monopoly market. Thank you one and all.